Hi everyone, it's Blankton here with another Oracle card reading from the Elemental Empath Oracle deck. I'm glad you're here with me. Hello to everyone new and people that are back again to watch and to learn and to grow with me here. Once again, I'm using the Elemental Empath Oracle deck. It is a self-love oracle deck for empathic women by Miyuki Rose. And the first card we're going to use today is, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please and thank you. So the first card I have is the Raise Your Vibration. It's such a beautiful card. It's a woman in the sky with the moon and the light illuminating in her hands, and shows her crown, and she's with the stars and the moon, and it says connect to light, release blocks, strengthen, and safety. It's such a beautiful card. Look at this model on here. She's amazing. The colors are beautiful, light and gentle, and they're just gorgeous. How she's looking to her hands, to the sky, just in her feminine light. It looks like just free bliss, it looks like to me, with these beautiful pastel colors, just gentle pastel feminine colors. So let's go ahead and learn about raising the vibration. So the Raise Vibration card is a Cosmo card. And let's define raising your vibration. This concept is often misunderstood. Raising your vibration refers to raising your vibrational frequencies from a low vibration, where emotions like fear and shame sit, up to a high vibration where you feel peace, gratitude, and joy. However, this is not to say that you should repress the more low vibe or negative emotions. Rather, use higher vibrational state to process and hold these uncomfortable emotions instead of stewing in them. A higher vibration is not the bypassing of emotions and experience, but rather the ability to hold them in a safe space without getting swept away by them. This is the power of raising your vibration, because you've safely held space for the difficult emotions. You will then have a clear perspective when blocks come up instead of getting lost in the thick of them. So it goes on to say that how to raise your vibration. There are many ways to raise your vibrations, including increasing the amount of organic fruits and vegetables you consume, finding more gratitude in your life, finding compassion for yourself and others, and perhaps more important, accepting yourself where you are and working from there, instead of putting yourself into a different state. One of the most powerful things you can do is hold space for yourself as you are and invite in compassion and the ability to change, instead of bullying yourself to be different. Remember that holding a safe space for your emotions is also a way to raise your vibration. Instead of forcing yourself to be in a place that you're not quite ready to be in, such as, let's talk about forgiveness. If you're not capable at the moment of forgiving someone or forgiving yourself for a certain situation, or maybe somebody did you wrong or you did somebody wrong, and if you're not in a place quite yet emotionally to forgive them, rather than, pretending and faking the funk and, carrying on like everything goes okay, just give yourself time, space between you and that person, time until you're emotionally ready to, forgive, forget, let go, because it's always best to be authentic. And forgiving and forgetting authentically is where you want to be. So time and space is a way that you can raise your vibration until you're ready to get into that forgivable space. Because it's obvious and noticeable when somebody is still upset with you, somebody is still holding resentment, somebody is still feeling bitter, someone has not forgiven you, or you haven't forgiven yourself for, actions or, wrongdoings. It's very apparent. And if you fake that, there's not going to be any trust. How can you move forward in a relationship or in a situation, or even move forward with yourself if you're not being truthful with yourself about a situation or a situation with somebody else? Let's say, for instance, let's give an example. Let's say you and a partner have both had a difficult relationship, and one of you lies to the other, deceives the other, cheats on the other, and you both decide that, okay, we're going to move on, we still love each other, we're going to forgive, we're going to forget and move forward. Yet when one of you is not, the person who was betrayed is not capable of moving forward, is not capable of forgiving or forgetting. The love's still there, so you still stay in the relationship or the situation or whatever it may be. The love is still there, so you want to be there, you want to try, but yet you're not capable just yet of moving forward. So you stay, you hide your emotions, you lie to yourself, you lie to your partner about being able to forgive, about being able to forget, just trying to sweep things under the rug, which is not the way to handle any kind of betrayal or, any kind of betrayal or heartache or, mistrust or distrust or anything like that. Sweeping it under the rug is not the way to deal with it. So it's best to give your time. It's best to give yourself time. Give the relationship space if that's what you need in order to forgive and, move forward. Because if you don't give yourself that time and just sweep things under the rug, those raw emotions of betrayal and mistrust are still going to be there. And that can be catastrophic for the relationship, because the end result is never good if you don't heal. You may be liable to do something, in your ego, or something that's out of character for yourself, out of hurt and pain, and out of just being so hurt. You don't know, you're not dealing with your emotions in the proper way. You're not dealing with the hurt and the pain and the betrayal in the proper way. So you may do something, out of character, something stupid that's, that you may regret. It may even, cause further damage to the relationship. Like the saying goes, two wrongs don't make a right. That's so true, because in the end, two people hurting it can be catastrophic. So it's always best to give yourself time, space, and heal properly, and heal your heart. I mean, nobody can heal your heart but you. You have to take the time and find your peace, find your inner peace with yourself, and find your truth within yourself. Acknowledge and accept your responsibility for your part, and whatever situation may be going on. Because if there's no trust or betrayal in a relationship, in a friendship, I mean, there's something. No relationship is perfect. No, any kind of friendship, partnership, is business, family, marriage, partnership is never going to be perfect. But communication is key, definitely. Expectations should be clear. And with that, if expectations and desires and clear expectations of each other within a relationship, friendship, partnership, or whatever, if that is completely and totally clear and there's still betrayal, then you got to find peace with that truth that there was betrayal, and you need to find that peace within yourself with the space and time, and you can go from there. And that's a way to raise your vibration, by healing your mind, your heart, your soul, and by doing that, you can just find peace within yourself. And that can move on to the next card, Stillness. It's a beautiful card. Looks like a young lady sitting in her comfortable little spot with her third eye wide open, her light illuminating from her hands, a golden circle around her head, her gold cape, like she's the goddess, sitting still on clouds. She's gorgeous. I love these cards so bad. So much, I mean. So Stillness. And it reads, calm your mind. Calm for, let's see, can you see? Let's see. Calm the mind, overthinking, observe, and awareness. So to continue from raising your vibration, a good way to do that is to sit still. To sit still with your mind. Meditate is a good way of calming the thoughts, calming the mind, overthinking, It says humans, we like to overthink, create scenarios, and think of possible outcomes. So we tend to overthink our way out of situations, meaning you think it's like a resolution to overthink, and okay, well, if this happens, I can do this, or if this happens, I should do this. Instead of overthinking or thinking of a solution, sit still, be calm, feel your in stillness, feel naturally what is happening around you. Feel what is the energy around you, I should say. Feel your own energy. Feel your own insecurities instead of overthinking the situation, or thinking, what could be going on wrong, or worst case scenarios. Stop overthinking and just sit still. And that can give you clarity of, what's really going on. That has helped me a lot to calm anxieties, racing thoughts, just, being in a panic of just, worst case scenario. What is it called? The word I'm looking for when you, what's the word? It's like when you think of the worst things, that could possibly happen. That's what you're always thinking all the time. Like, oh, this is what's gonna happen. And when you're calmly, sitting still with yourself, like really rationally, what is really happening in the situation. Is it just your mind and your panic and your anxiety and your fears getting the best of you? So in moments like that, just sit still, meditate, breathe, so that you can relax your mind, slow down your thoughts, and really sit and think slowly, and let your natural thoughts, rational thoughts come to you, instead of catastrophizing. That's the word I was looking for. Catastrophizing the situation, the relationship, the whatever it may be. So, stillness. It's beautiful. These are beautiful cards. And I pulled 2 Namaste Stress Less cards. And the first one I got here is, it's a long one. Okay, it says, practice, it says, practice gratitude. Sorry, that was a weird laugh. Practice gratitude. I'm laughing because I'm being silly because I got a new tattoo and I'm like trying to show it off in the video. I'm such a dork. Okay, back to serious. Practice gratitude. Spend time throughout the day thinking or writing down the things you are thankful for, such as the morning sun, warm oats and fruit, the flowers smiling back at you on your morning walk, a job to support your lifestyle, or whatever it may be. Notice these little things, and practicing gratitude is the first step in programming your mind to focus on the positive while releasing the negative. Eventually, there will be fewer and fewer of these negative thoughts and less stress. Instead of, I don't think I can handle another day of this traffic, you might instead think, This commute provides me the time to listen to my favorite podcast. This bright new outlook can bring positive changes throughout many aspects of your life. Namaste. Practice gratitude. That was good. I like that one. So just remember, replace a negative train of thoughts with a positive. So I'm going to share a little story. I've received a lot of mental health care in my life from psychiatrists, psychologists, one-on-one therapy, group therapy sessions, family therapy sessions, and I think I remember one of the, I want to say it was like a group session, therapy session, that when you're in a depression or anxiety, you have to literally retrain your brain to think positive. You have to literally, if you think like your brain, how it looks like it's like overcooked pasta. Okay, you know, everyone knows what a brain looks like, right? A raw brain. And those little squiggly lines in the brain. When you become depressed, those become blockages. Those little veins and those little waves of, wigglies in your brain become blocked or closed, okay? Your brain has to relearn and build new avenues, new wiggly lines, right? So, for lack of better words, you have to retrain your brain, those avenues, to be positive. So when you're depressed, there's blockages in your brain. So you have to retrain your brain with, when there's a thought, a negative thought, to stop that negative thought, replace it with the positive one. And that's when your brain will make new avenues in your brain to have new thought patterns, positive thought patterns. So you have to literally retrain your brain to think positively. And it will take time, but with practice, just like with anything, practice doesn't make perfect, but practice can make positive change. You just have to be consistent with your healing. You have to be consistent and determined and stay on track. Just like with the diet or with the exercise regime. Is that how you say it? Regiment? Whatever. If you're not going to be consistent with it, you may get some results, but is that your end result goal if you're not staying consistent? So remember your end goal. Practice gratitude to replace those negative thoughts, and you will see the difference in your train of thoughts, in your attitude, in your connections with others. You'll see the difference in yourself, in a practice that I was taught in my therapy was to a daily, kind of like a daily journal, or like a weekly journal, like a daily journal. Like if I had a good day, or if I had a bad day, kind of to rate my days as far as my depression or anxiety, or just just rate my days. And I realized after time, like, my good days slowly outweighed my bad days. Like, I would have, let's say I would have 5 days out of 7 days, 5 bad days a week, just depressed, couldn't get out of bed, overate, or over drank too much, or did drugs, or anything of that nature. If I started out with a 5 out of 7 days having a bad day, feeling bad about myself, feeling let's say even suicidal, or thoughts of suicidal thoughts, or attempt in suicide, worst case scenario. Practicing gratitude, journaling, kind of lost my train of thought. Journaling, yes, journaling my good days and my bad days. You will notice after, retraining your brain, replacing those negative thoughts with the positive one, you will notice. And if you write it down, that's even proof that your good days will outweigh your days. It'll be, okay, I had 4 bad days rather than 5 bad days this week. Okay, I had 3 days rather than 5 days, bad days this week. And it'll fluctuate. It can go back up to, because of life, is what it is. There's daily life struggles. So you might go back up to, oh, I had 5 days this week. But eventually it'll go to, oh, I only had 2 bad days this week. And down to, oh, okay, I only had 1 bad day this week. And then you'll start to see, after months go by, oh my God, like, I didn't even have a bad day. I had, I woke up because I had bad dreams. And that goes along with, having anxiety or depression. You can, in your sleep, it'll manifest your anxieties. And your depression will manifest in your sleep. So it will give you nightmares, your anxieties, your catastrophic things that you like to catastrophize in your subconscious, I guess, in your dreams. And I used to have a ton of nightmares. And I used to hate going to sleep at night because I knew I was going to have a bad dream, which would make for a bad morning. And eventually that goes away. And you'll start to notice, oh my gosh, look at my journal. Look at, what I've documented. I only had 1 bad morning this week. Or I had a meltdown, this afternoon because this and this happened in this situation. Or, say you get into an argument with somebody, but you were able to snap yourself out of it with the reinforcement of the positive, replacing those negative thoughts with the positive thoughts. Your brain will automatically, you've trained it, and it'll be almost automatic for your brain to flip the switch to a positive train of thought, a positive outlook, a positive way of thinking rather than catastrophizing something. And I've noticed with myself that I still have a lot of, negative thinking, but I can easily pull myself out of it. Sometimes it'll take half a day. Sometimes it'll take me crying it out and being like, telling myself, look where you're at today in comparison to a year ago. You have come so far. I remember a time in my life where I couldn't smile. I didn't laugh. There was a point in my life where when I could not even remember when I last laughed. It had been so long. And I still remember. I was on YouTube listening to Virgo the Goddess, and she was doing a reading, and I like to say, like, she's like me. Like, I curse, I say a lot of, I can have a real bad mouth. She's authentic in who she is, and she doesn't hold back, and she's funny as heck. So funny. She's so funny in her readings. And I remember I had been listening to her for, let's say, like a couple of weeks. Maybe just a week. I had just found her on YouTube. And this girl was so funny. I hadn't laughed that hard so in such a long time. I hadn't even laughed. I want to say in close to 2 years, I was going through a lot. My mom had passed away. And I wasn't able to say goodbye to her or see her because it was during COVID. I was going through a rough time in my marriage. And I laughed so hard that I even cried. And I was crying because I realized, I was thinking, when was the last time I actually even laughed? And it had been at least a year, over a year, since the last time I genuinely felt joy in listening to something and hearing her tell a story. It brought joy back into my life, and I felt like she literally jump-started my heart. She literally like the only way that I can explain it is, like, you see like jumper cables on a battery when you jump a car. She literally put jumper cables in my heart, in my soul, in my mind, in my energy, and jump-started my joy, my laughter, and my happiness. And all it took was for this one beautiful person's tarot card reading to touch me with her gifts of tarot, her gifts of storytelling, to jumpstart my heart and my passion for life again. And I am eternally, forever grateful to Virgo the Goddess for doing this for me, because this girl has heart and passion, and I connected to her immediately, and she jump started my life again with the help of Spirit. And I tell her every time she touches my heart, I am so grateful for you and finding you, because I was in such a dark place. And literally every day contemplating suicide, being hospitalized, for suicidal thoughts. One serious suicidal attempt that I made. And she helped start my heart, my mind, my soul back into joy. Not to say that it wasn't a struggle from then on, but I still struggled every day because I was in such a dark place. But I love her and I appreciate her, and I thank God after that time of finding her and finding her helping me find my laughter and joy. I am so, so grateful for her. So, with that being said, I hope I can help someone that's in despair like I was. I hope I can help one person, anyone who needs these readings, these cards, uplift someone, because that girl is a blessing, like beyond. She is heaven sent, and not to mention the other spirit guides, my soul family, Empress Bella, 13 Moon Tarot, Energy Goddess, I think that's her name. I don't know if it Astra 5D. These women, ladies, are amazingly gifted readers who have taken me out of the darkest places in my mind, in my life, and I'm forever grateful. And I pray blessings on them and their lives, and their families, on their babies. I only want the best and the biggest blessings for them, because without them, I probably wouldn't even be here today. They are wonderful, wonderfully gifted women that I found on YouTube. They've done and helped me in ways that any antidepressant, any group therapy sessions, any psychologist, any psychologist, psychiatrist could not help me. I'm telling you this from experience. Okay, let's finish this up. This is going really long. I don't know if you enjoy long readings or not, but here's the other Namaste card. It says, let me put my glasses back on. What if you could fly? What if you had the ability to fly? Blah. Let the wind take you high and the sun shine on your face. Above the world, look down at where you once were. Begin to understand where you were from a different perspective. Be free of it all. Gliding high in the sky for 8 minutes. Stress can make you feel stuck in any situation. Feeling stuck can block other perspectives. Don't allow yourself to feel caged in a small box. By letting your mind float away, you give yourself the freedom to rest and receive new ideas about your situation. Once the mind is calm, the answers become clear. So just remember to sit still, calm the mind, and instead of thinking through things, overthinking, catastrophizing everything, sit still and keep your mind calm and feel what needs to be felt, and the answers will become clear. Thank you all for stopping in and letting me do this reading, and I hope it helps, because it always helps me. This helps me definitely heal as well. And once again, these cards are from the Elemental Impact Oracle deck by Miyuki Rose and the Namaste Stress for Less card deck. I hope this helped. So please remember to like, share, subscribe. And I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.